slogan. No fighting.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Carr. It's Hill, complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. From midfield, here's Carr. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Carr will try it again on second down. Looking for someone to throw to. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
We ready? Wide and 8. Wide and 8.
Second and goal from the 7. Running left, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Andre Johnson from 6 yards away. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go. Flex round. Let's go. What? Ohio. What? Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Hall of Famer Jack Youngblood there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, the 2014 NFL leader is a rookie in yards per punt. Tress Way on to kick it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. What?
And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to roam now. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Past the 20, 10, 5. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there. 92 yards. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run, and how much fun was that for us to watch it.
Great run. Play clock winding down. They come out here in the eye. Now this time Carl throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Andre Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
On second down, McNair. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. First and 15 here behind the chains.
Ohio!
From the gun, here's McNair. And his throw is incomplete. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Come on!
Now McNair. And his pass incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Ohio!
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Defense has set themselves up nicely. Third and 10 now.
Come on, let's go!
McNair to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So 4th down, John Fox will turn it over to his field goal unit. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We ready?
Carr to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A big play there on the screen pass. 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels: D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and then you throw the ball over their heads, and now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
To throw his car, and it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'm worried about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hold on, baby. Alert! Alert! Right.
Carl try it again on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
We ready? Wide and Yates. Wide.
Now after the INT, it's Carr finding time. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving up.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carr now on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ndamukong Suh able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
All right, here we go. Red.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On play action, now Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jack Youngblood in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Levine Toilolo, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Let's go!
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Cutback, left sideline. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown! Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
We ready?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hey, we go rally.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this. It's a fake. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful. Throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
In the red zone this time. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Well, I'll give him points for standing in there and making the throw, but I got to take those points away because he threw into double coverage.
Yeah. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Their big tight end, an 11-yard touchdown. And his...
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like.
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He'll drop to throw, and he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 10 yards on the pickup there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go. 319.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Eagle.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here.
Now this time, Carl throw. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. So the offense has it first and 10.
Zero. All right, here.
On first and 10, here's Carr. It's Hill, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give him the first down. From the gun, it's Carr. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Zebra. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dayon Buchanan able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down.
Let's go. Flip the eagle.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jack Youngblood in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat.
Here we go. What?
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Now this time he'll look to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Zebra. All right, here we go. Zebra. Yeah.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post, and most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Arakpo able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We ready?
On second down, here's Carr. They complete it to Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. That one goes for 34 yards. And that leads to a Green Bay first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Touchdown, Packers. Kyle Rudolph, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. There he goes, right side, the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
And touchdown! Andre Johnson, 70. Tucker now for the extra point. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go. Blue 58.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kyle Rudolph, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers are back within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now this offense ready to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain, and it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
We ready?
From the gun, it's Carr. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rob Ninkovich from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And how about this, a fake? Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. Now he steps away. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Second down, 8.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line.
We ready? Hey, we're ready.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the
All right, here we go.
Derrick Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
There are so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And he's going to lose yards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. So now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays. But when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying. And on that play, the prayer was answered.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Let's go. 319.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Slow. Tighten up.
From the red zone now. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And the lead is down to 2. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying breaking in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out, come out, come out. It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling rhythmically right, and vigorous spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. It's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence, now, presence, come out, come out, come out, come out. You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind.
We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to go up. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it, I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding, we was just chillin' away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these snakes, wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, for peace sake. You better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us. 'Cause we gon' blow your mind. 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 We gon' blow your mind.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hope in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. One foot in a deep revival, another one going in the fire. Only one that can save me now is you. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. This aching pain when you're away, like a burning ship that sets the sails to you.